Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be using all the products that I pulled in this week's makeup basket. So I have everything sitting here in front of me, including the NYX Swear, whoops, sorry guys, that was really loud. The NYX Swear By It palette. So we're going to be using this palette today. I'm feeling indifferent about this palette. I love how beautiful these colors are so far. I love how they go in the eyes, but they don't wear that well. So once you put them on, I think that they start to muddy together. They just don't look that good. Like, not while you're doing it, not during application. It's like during wear time that it just starts to look weird on your eyes. So I'm not so sure about that palette. At first, the first time I put it on, I'm like, oh my gosh, this palette's pretty amazing. But anyway, we'll get into that when I do a little bitty 5-minute review on that palette, because I'm not sure that I would recommend purchasing it. So let's get started with my face first. So we're going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. So we're going to use this to kind of make sure my skin is nice and hydrated, since it is more cooler outside. My skin is pretty dry. So I'm going to use a little bit of this and put this on my hand here. I still have my giant blister on my finger where I was crafting, which is pretty awesome. So not really, that was a lot of sarcasm there. So put this on, and this really sinks in nicely, but I don't think this would be good for somebody who has oily skin, obviously, because you would make yourself way too oily. But if you have dry skin like I do, I think you're really going to love this, because it really does help to make your makeup just look better, more luminous, more glowy onto your face. So, and luminous and glowy, I think just kind of makes you feel, I don't know, but I always think of luminous and glowy and I think of like young looking skin. So I like it. So what do you guys think of my shirt? It says Friday Night Lights. I love this shirt. I love that show. That was like one of my favorite shows ever. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to be using the Workout Makeup. I forgot to grab my eye brushes. Let me grab those. We got them. I need those, and I need a eyelash curler. I just realized I didn't have either one of those. So anyway, we're going to use the Clinique Workout Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 40. So if you are someone who likes to work out and wear your makeup at the same time, I think this one works. I mean, honestly, I don't see any kind of breakouts going on because of it. I haven't worked out a lot, but I did do it 3 times this week, which is more than I had been doing it for a while, because there for a while I was not working out at all because of trying to figure out what was going on with my heart. So let me shake this up. It does have a little shaker in here, so shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. It's like shaking margaritas. That'd be pretty good, right? So now we got this ready to go. And the color to this is actually pretty good. It matches my skin pretty good, but it's super, super liquidy. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's super, super liquidy. So you want to just dab this on. It's not a very full coverage foundation. I'd say it's more light to light medium. So if you're looking for something a little more full coverage, you might not enjoy this foundation. I'm going to pull you guys in too. Hang on. Let's pull you in. There we go. Is that better? There we go. So, but as you can see, it's covering, but it's just not covering everything. So it's just going to give your skin more of a little bit of a perfected look, which is something I like on the day-to-day though, because on the day-to-day, I don't want to look like I have, you know, a lot of makeup on. So this is really good for, like I said, just day-to-day makeup. I wouldn't say that I'd wear this like on a date night or something like that, because I'd want something a little more full coverage, because I'd know we'd be taking pictures and I don't want all my imperfections showing through. Even though, who cares, right? That's okay. I'm going to put a little bit more on, because right around my nose here, my nose area is pretty red. So, I don't know about you guys, but my nose area usually stays pretty red. Right there anyway, like right around the creases, it stays really like, do you see it? It's red. Looks pretty awesome. So I'm going to put a little bit more on here, more liquid. I'm going to put some here and here, put some where my acne spots are at. And then a little more on my forehead here, or my 5th head, because my forehead, I feel like it's getting, like my hairline, I think is receding or something. It's like, oh my goodness. I think my hairline might be receding. I remember when my son was little, my oldest son, he says, Mom, everybody has a forehead. When am I going to get my 5th head? You're so silly, boy. He was genuinely curious, because he had no idea. I'm like, you're a silly little boy. I had to explain to him that there's no such thing as a 5th head. So anyway, that was just a funny little thing that reminded me of it when I was sitting here talking about my incredibly large forehead lately. I feel like my hairline is receding. Alright, So there's the kind of coverage you're going to get with it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but you can see it, still see like my imperfections coming through here, and then of course a little bit here. But the redness is mostly gone around my nose, which is what I was concerned about, is like the redness. I just want the redness to go away. So nice. My Real Technique sponge. Did you guys know that they came out with these little containers for the Real Technique sponges? So they're pretty much like the Beauty Blender sponges, like containers, except they're for the Real Technique. So they're shaped perfectly for the Real Technique sponge. So I think that's pretty cool. I wouldn't put it in there wet like I'm doing right now. I would definitely not put it in there like that. But it does have like air holes in here, so you can put it in wet, so like if you're traveling with it. So it'll dry a little bit, so you don't have to worry about putting a wet sponge in your bag, which is cool. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. So the first thing we're going to do is brows. So I'm using the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani tiny little palette thing here. I don't like using the little tools that come in here because they're just so tiny and tedious. So I'm just going to use a brush that I have. So I'm going to use, let me grab a cloth. I'm going to use this one right here. This is my It Cosmetics. I use this for a lot of things. You can use it for brows. You can use it for pretty much whatever you want to. Brushes are very interchangeable. You can use them however you please. So I'm going to go into the wax first. I don't even know how you're supposed to do this, but this is how I do it. So you guys may have to correct me and be like, no, you don't put wax on first. So I'm just going to put a little wax on my brows to help the powder stick to it. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Oh no. Well, don't ask me. I just like makeup. I'm not sure exactly how you wear makeup. So I'm just lightly brushing this onto my brow hairs to help it stick better. Even though I don't think this stuff is necessary, it sticks anyway. But it just helps it stick a little bit better. So there we go. How did you guys enjoy last week's live Get Ready With Me? I'd like to start doing those like every once in a while where they're live, because I think that was fun. Now I'm going to go into the lighter shade here. This one over here. Tap into it with my brush. I wiped off the wax on my little cloth that I'm holding. And I'm just going to start doing my brows. I think you should do your brows before you do your eyes, because I feel like they kind of frame your face, in my opinion, and then it kind of makes it look more cohesive once you put your shadow and everything on. So that's why I do it this way. But you can do your makeup steps however you choose. There is no right or wrong way how to do it. It's just makeup. You can do it however you want to. So, do you see a difference yet? I think it looks better already. Basically, my brows are just getting colored in because I have brows, but the problem is most of them are really light. So this just helps to give them some color and definition so that there you can actually tell that I have brows. Versus over here, you can tell that I have brows, but some of them are so light that they kind of like fade out, so it looks like I have none. Now I'm going to go over to the same color and do the other side. Just lightly brushing this through. Brush, brush, brush. So anyway, I really did enjoy doing the live Get Ready With Me with you guys. I thought that was really fun. Being able to chat with everybody. I love chatting with you guys because you guys always have the most interesting topics, and you guys are really good about giving advice. So I'm working on starting to film some videos about crafting. So I'm gonna hopefully get them uploaded this coming week. I'll get like 1 or 2 uploaded maybe, because I have lots of crafts that I'm working on. So I just need to take the time to sit down and record and edit those. So I think that you guys might enjoy them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they go. I'm making some red truck crafts. I made this one that was really cool. I might have to duplicate it so I can show it to you guys how I did it. But it was like made out of like the Dollar Tree little fish tanks. That turned out really cute. I like that one. Okay, now my brows are semi-done. I'm going to spoolie them through. I'm going to grab a spoolie brush and just spoolie it. Just to kind of make sure that everything goes through nice and even. And to kind of make my brows look a little bit more like they're trained, I guess. Alright, now we're going to go into the palette, but first we need to go ahead and prime my lids. I'm going to prime my lids with I was going to use the Anastasia, but I used this twice this week, and honestly, this is not the right color for me. I'll show you guys. This is way too yellow for me. So on my lids, it looks not good at all. I don't know if you can even tell the difference. But it just, let me just put it on my lids so you can see what it looks like. Because on my lids, you can definitely see a difference because my skin is not as deep as this is. So, and it's super creamy. So you only want a little bit. So this is a very creamy concealer. So you just want a tiny little bit on each lid. But it makes them tinted a little bit yellow for some reason. I guess because it's too dark. But it definitely does help with discoloration on my eyelid. So if you have discoloration, it will definitely tone that out. You will not have any on there now with you when you use this. You can use basically anything you want to as an eyelid primer. That's what I do anyway. You can use an actual eyelid primer. You can use your concealer. It doesn't matter. I think the milk pencil by NYX, I think it's NYX. That one's a really good one too if you really want to intensify the color. Alright, so do you see how it looks a little bit yellow? It's not too bad, but it definitely is darker than my skin. So we're going to just do it anyway. We're going to continue. I use my ring finger to do most of any work that I do around my eyes just because your ring finger has the least amount of pressure. So it's not going to pretty much cause damage to your eyes, because when you use like any other fingers, you can put too much pressure on your eyes and that's not good for your eyes. So I just barely tap it all around. Tap, tap, tap. Alright, so there it goes. So both eyelids are primed. Now we're going to go into the NYX Swear By It palette. Like I said, the colors in here are beautiful and they blend out beautiful. You're going to see as I'm doing this that it looks awesome on the eyes. But once it's on your eyes and you wait a couple hours, something happens. It's almost like it decides to migrate and leave and just kind of, or maybe they're partying together. That's what it is. The eyeshadow colors are like, hey, let's party. So I'm going to use this shade right here to set my lids. Hopefully you can see what I'm using. There's numbers here. So that's number 4. So I'm using number 4 to set my lids. I'm still going to do a palette bingo with this because I think that'll be fun because this has got a ton of colors and they're numbered. So all I have to do is put a bunch of numbers into a little thing and then pull the numbers, and those will be the colors that we use. You guys will have to tell me how many colors I should use when I do that look. Should I do like 5, 7, something like that? I don't know. I think we should use quite a few just to see what we can do. I think it'll be fun. Alright. Put this on the lid. Yeah, this palette definitely tends to go places on your lids. And that was using other primers too. It wasn't just using this as a primer for this week. I decided I would go ahead and try my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is my tried and true. And it still did the same thing. So it's not because I'm using the Anastasia one. So that's not the reason why it's moving around. And I'm going to use this pencil right here, or this brush. This is the Morphe M433. I'm wiping it off onto the little, these little cloth things to make sure there's no color on it. It might look dirty, but it's not dirty. So I have my color switch here too. Whoops, color switch as well. So I can use that. Now I'm going to go into, let's do a purple eye today. Let's do this shade right here, which is number, is that number 1? Number 1. We're going to use number 1 right now. Let's do a purple eye look. So you can see, I mean, they're blending out really nicely. The color blends out really well. It has pigmentation. It looks like it would be a really fantastic palette. Like if you were just doing first impressions and you saw somebody putting this palette on, you'd be like, yeah, that's a good one. I want that. But after wear time, it does not do the same thing. It decides to, like I said, they all decide to get together and have a party. Or maybe they're playing Twister. They're all just like right hand red. That's what they're doing. Playing Twister. So I don't know. I just know it's weird. I just stuttered there a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why. What are you guys doing this weekend? Are you having a great weekend? My son will be home. I'm recording this on Friday. As you guys know, I do have to do them pre-recorded. But my son is coming home tomorrow, so he'll be here with us. I'm so excited. So he's bringing home his girlfriend, and we're all just going to have a good weekend together. So we're just going to hang out, play some games, watch some scary movies. I love watching scary movies. And of course, we got to get caught up on American Horror Story because that's the only person I watch American Horror Story with is my son. So my husband hates scary movies, he hates scary TV shows. He doesn't even really like Walking Dead. In my opinion, Walking Dead's not that scary. So I'm like, dude, it's not scary. Okay, so now let's go ahead and use the shade right here. It's not really a purple. This is more of a pink. But we're going to use it because there's not another matte purple in here. So we're just going to use that. And that is shade number, let's see, it's the third row down, second one in. Shade number 18. Alright. We're just going to make it look like it's purple. We're going to make it work. I'm using I love this brush. I need to get another one of these. This is the Sperm Whale brush by Glamour Doll Eyes. I love this brush. It just does such a fantastic job. I've had this forever. I got it in like an Ipsy bag a long time ago. And it just works so well for me. It just does a good job of depositing the color on the outside. And then it puts it into the crease really easily. And it's super soft. It doesn't feel scratchy whatsoever. Whereas the Morphe brush, the one I was just using, the M433, that one is pretty scratchy. But I like that it's a little scratchy because I feel like it moves my powders around really well. So this one is more just so soft. It's like putting a baby's booty on your eye. Probably shouldn't do that. You might get pink eye. Baby's booty, pink eye. I do have pink eye, kind of. So, all right. So now I'm going to go in and try to deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to use this brown color right here. So this is the last row, fourth one in, which is number 36. So I'm just going to kind of deepen it up a little bit. I'm lightly putting it on because I don't really want it to show up brown. I just want some deepness to it, some depth. I don't want the brown color, I just want the depth. Alright. So yes, I'm super excited about tomorrow with my son coming home. We'll watch scary movies, like I said. Hopefully we can play some games too, because last time we played board games, we ended up playing actually card games. And we played Uno, and he whipped my butt. Like, each time I'm like, dude, stop. Don't be whipping your old mama's butt all the time. Now I'm going to use my favorite flat brush. I do have the plasticky one, too. Where's that one? I don't even know. I need to organize my brushes. My brushes look like not good. It's a mess in here. It's a mess. Anyway, we're going to use this one. This is the ColourPop one that my friend Brittany sent me, so I'm going to use this. And I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is the third row down, first one, which is number 17. So we're going to use number 17. So if you have this palette as well, those are the colors I'm using. Just going to pat that right there on the outer portion and a little bit towards the center. Tap off. This is more of like a satiny type of color right here. Alright, I'm going to wash my brush off on my little cloth. Now I'm going to go into this one right here, which is the fourth row down, second one, which is number 26. 26, we're going to use that and put that more towards the inner portion here. It doesn't look like I did much difference there. They all kind of look the same right now. It looks like I have one giant purple eye. It's like I just did everything purple. I'm not sure why it's not showing all the dimension of the different colors here, but you can obviously see that I was using different colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and go up to the shade right here, which is the first row, second one in, which is number 2. I'm going to use that. I should have known number 2. I didn't have to look for that. That was silly. Well, just going to put that right here to make it a little bit more lighter on the inner portion here. And do it again on the other side. Have you guys already started Christmas shopping? I have gotten a few things like here and there, nothing major yet. I'm kind of waiting till like the sales after Thanksgiving and like the Cyber Monday sales, which on Cyber Monday I'll be in New York, so I'll have to be like shopping and walking New York. So alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't know why I grabbed this brush. I don't want that brush. I want this one. So I'm going to use this brush right here. This is the Luxie 231 Small Tapered Blending. I'm going to use that to kind of give myself a highlight here. I'm going to use that number 2 shade as well. Tap it off. Just give myself a brow bone highlight. And then number 2 again. Or number 2, yeah, number 2 again. All right. Now I'm going to go into the first shade again, and I'm going to blend this up a little bit more, because of me having hooded lids, like when I close my eyes, like when my eyes are open right now, like you can't even tell I did any lid work. So I'm going to try to bring it up just a little bit more so you can see some of my work that I actually did. And you can see that I have purple, but I don't want it to be too intense. So there we go. So I'm just going to kind of bring it up and blend it out. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to blend everything here as well. Just kind of blend everything. Blend, blend, blend. I think I want a little bit more brown in my crease. So I'm going to tap back into the brown here. And I'm just going to basically put it right in the crease here, just to give it some more definition, because right now I feel like it just looks like one solid color of purple. And the brown mixed with the purple really intensifies the purple quite a bit. So can you see a difference now? I think it looks better on this side. All right. All right. Let's do the same thing over here. And just keep blending. Okay, there we go. That's good for now. Now I'm going to go into my Pretty Vulgar. This is the ink. What's this called? I don't know. Actually, it's called the ink liner. So it stinks. It smells weird. It smells strange. I'm not sure how to describe how it smells, but it definitely smells strange. So I'm going to use my Tarte, this little dual-ended brow brush. I'm going to dip in with that. Actually, is that what I want to dip in with? Yep, we're going to do it. Just going to roll with it. Rolling with the homies. Alright, I'm just going to pass this along the top of my lid here just to give myself a little bit of eyeliner on my eyelid. I could have used a different like brush and it probably would have done a little bit better of a job, because this is making it a little bit messy. Oh well. That's alright. Okay, there's that one. Let's go into the other side. I think I got rid of most of my fruit flies, but I just happened to just see one out of the corner of my eye here. I did do what a lot of people had recommended. I put some bottles, like water bottle, and then I made like a cone shape with a piece of paper, and then in the bottom of the water bottle I added a little bit of vinegar and a drop of dish soap, and I put that in a couple rooms in my house, and believe it or not, that thing was disgusting. It got so many of those little fruit flies. Ugh. It was pretty gross. Alright, I'm gonna smudge that out with my finger. Alright, I think I should have used a different brush. My final opinion. I don't know why I used that one. I should have used a thinner brush. But, you know what? You live and you learn, right? So now I'm going to go back in with the ColourPop brush. And I'm just going to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And that way there it doesn't look so bad. I'm just going to smoke it out on my lid here. Hopefully that'll make it look a little bit less like I don't know how to do makeup, which I don't, so it won't tell on me. Shh, don't tell. Alright. We got it good enough. We're not gonna forget about it. Now I'm going to curl my lashes with the Tarte what is this called? Eyelash curler. So I'm going to curl them with that. I love this little eyelash curler. I think it's so cute. I think they came out with one for the holidays. I really think I want that one as well. It's super duper cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's just a little deluxe size. I really like this mascara. So I kind of surprised myself by how much I enjoyed this one, because I thought for sure I was not going to like it. Because there for a long time I didn't like it. And then using it this past week, I'm like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Especially for somebody who doesn't know how to put mascara on, because I am so wonderful at mascara. I think I should teach classes on it. Like, everything I teach you, you do the opposite, because I'm that fantastic at it. That's a good idea. Oh my goodness. It looks so pretty. Look. Do you see what it's doing? It's making it look so pretty. I feel like my hands look so big compared to this little wand here. I feel like I'm holding a Barbie tool and doing my lashes. Do you guys play with Barbies a lot when you were kids? I love playing with Barbies. I'd always pretend I'd play like soap operas with my Barbies. Because my mom used to watch like Days of Our Lives. So I would do like the Days of Our Lives soap opera with my Barbies. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to use the Kat Von D. This is the Lock-It Concealer. This is a fairly light color for me, but it works well at disguising that I don't sleep enough. That I need to sleep more. Because going to bed at 4 in the morning and getting up at 6:30 is probably not the best idea for most of the time. I don't do that every night. It's like usually like 2 o'clock I go to bed. I go to bed at 2 and I get up at 6:30. And then I stay up because I have to take my son to school and then I go to work. So yes, and then I come home for a little bit. Guys, my camera decided the battery died. So we're just tapping the concealer and is all we're doing right now anyway. So it wasn't anything too life-altering. I don't think anything that I did today was too life-altering. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Besame powder. So this is the Besame Translucent Brightening Violet Powder. So here's what it looks like. This is actually a nice powder, but it will definitely give you some brightening effect. So you just want to, I always just tap my finger into these powders and I start at the outer portion of my eye and I'm going to bring that in to give myself a brightening effect and also set my concealer. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but it definitely brightens underneath and it sets pretty nicely under there. I thought for sure, because it's a very weird feeling powder compared to the Becca one. If you feel it, it feels almost like baby powder a little bit because it's super, super soft. I don't know, it just feels different than the Becca one. So there we go. There's that eye set. Now I'm going to go do the other one. Tap off a little bit here. I got too much powder. Tap, tap, tap. Now I got some powder here. I'm going to bring it around. Bring it around town. Didn't SpongeBob sing a song like that? I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob is hilarious. I'm not sure, you should probably be using purple under your eyes. I don't know. But it brightens it. I mean, I don't think it looks bad. It didn't make it look blue or anything, in my opinion. I think it made it just look brightened. I'm not too unhappy with it. I think it looks good. It looks good. No, oops, oh my gosh, I almost dropped the palette. Don't drop it. Okay, now I'm going to go into the palette again and I'm going to use... Oh, stop that. Be quiet. You're supposed to be quiet right now. We're going to use this shade right here, which is the third row, first one. 17 is the number. So we're going to use number 17 on the Aesthetica brush. This is actually a nice little angled brush. I like the angled brushes like this for doing like this kind of work right here. Just lightly putting it in, bring it in a little bit. And then do it again. Number 17. Yeah, I think this will definitely be a good palette to do palette bingo with because, like I said, since it's numbered, it'll make it really easy. Now I'm going to go in with the brown. And we're just going to barely put some right here. And then we're not going to do anything else with it. We're going to get it over here, right on the same area. And I'm going to clean off my brush. And I'm going to blend it out some, kind of smoke it out a little bit now. Now that they're all there. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Alright. That's how it looks. Now I'm going to use that shade number 2 as my inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to take a little dab of that here. Look how pretty that is. And here. Tap, tap, tap. So that is done. Now my eye look is completely done. I like to do my eyes I like to do foundation, brows, then eyes. That's how I like to do it, but you do it however you want to. Everybody does makeup differently. Now I'm going to use the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, so I'm going to go into this, and I'm actually going to use the little brush that it comes with. It's not that bad of a brush, to be honest. So I'm going to use this one right here, which is Medium Mocha. Medium Mocha, and I'm just going to kind of contour just a little bit, and we'll blend that out a little bit more. So I always just try to do it right above where my ear is, and then bring it down to about like right here, like where your eye starts. That's how further I'll do it. Now I'll go in with a powder brush, make sure it's clean, or clean-ish, like it's no powder on it at least. So this is the Aesthetica P12, and I'm just going to blend upwards. Blend upwards. Alright, so that looks not too shabby. What do you think? I think it looks fine. Alright, so we're done with that one. I don't do a whole lot of contouring or anything, and I'm not going to bronze or anything today because I don't really need it because my foundation actually matches today, which is surprising. Now I'm going to go in to the Hourglass. This is the this is the Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. So this is the one they came out with, I think it was last year or a year before, I don't remember. I love this palette though because it definitely can be intense, but it's not over the top intense, and it's still, no matter how intense you make it, I don't think it like accentuates your pores or anything on your skin. So I'm going to do between the first one here and the middle one. So I'm going to go between those two. Tap off. And look at that, how pretty that is. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? Do it there. It looks really pretty when you take it down like the bridge of your nose. It just looks so pretty. It's a really nice one. Alright, that is my highlight. Now we're going to go ahead and do blush. So I'm using the Too Faced Love Flush and Baby Love. This is a beautiful, I can't even open this with two hands. I had a hard time opening it on camera the other day with one hand. Alright, now I'm using the Sigma powder brush. This is the F10. So I'm just going to tap into here. And you guys know I like to take my blush and go upwards with it a little bit. I like to do my highlight then my blush because sometimes I feel like that kind of tones it down a little bit so I don't feel like I'm super glowy. But if it covers it up too much, we can always go back in and add more highlight. There's no such thing as too much highlight. No, I'm just kidding. There is. Because you can definitely go overboard with blush and highlight, because I know blush I can definitely do because I'm like I love blush. I think just blush just makes your skin look so wide awake. I was trying to say, but I don't know why. I'm weird, okay? So anyway, I think it makes you look just so awake. And I always put a little blush on my nose because it gives you almost like that sun-kissed look onto your skin, even though I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 darn days. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into the highlight, and my phone is being rotten. It's still deciding to ding ding. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go back into this and just do a little bit more highlight onto my cheeks. Do you see it? Like, whoa. We'll blend that out a little bit because that one went in quite intense. So I'm going to brush that off and blend out just a tad. Do you see how pretty it is though? It's so pretty. It's a very beautiful highlight. Okay, that part is done. That is done. Now we're going to go in and use this right here. This is the Clinique. This is the Black Honey. This is the Almost Lipstick. I love this. It's super moisturizing. And it pretty much just basically what it says. It's an almost lipstick, but it's not, I don't know if you'll see when I put it on. It's just really pretty. It's like a tinted chapstick. Oh my gosh, stop that. You're gonna get turned off next time. Do you see? I just think it looks really good. So there is my completed look. Let me zoom you guys back out. Nope, not in. Out. Alright, there's my completed look. Let me know what you think. I think it turned out good. And guess what? I didn't get mascara. I lied. I was about to be so proud of myself. And then I realized, nope, you do need a Q-tip. You need a Q-tip. because you still suck at mascara. Alright, I thought I was doing great. That's alright, we'll fix it. Anyway, that is the completed makeup look for today using all of the products I pulled in the makeup basket. I'd love to know your thoughts, your opinions. Again, I'm not sure I can recommend that palette to you guys because I feel like it looks really pretty and it goes on very easily, but it tends to migrate together afterwards, and I don't know why it does that. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and let me know if you would like to do another live get ready with me next week. Maybe we can do that. That would be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.